It can be so easy to lose ourselves to the scroll on social media. We might have the best intentions of thinking we're only going to spend a couple of minutes scrolling, and then before we know it, way more time than that has passed. And then we end up feeling down, annoyed with ourselves, frustrated that we've lost so much time to social media. So today I'm going to show you how to set social media limits on your iPhone. So there are so many reasons as to why it's important that we set limits for ourselves, but the main one is that it's creating some form of friction. And the problem with social media is it's very limited in friction. It's always with us through our smartphones. It's free to use. It's endless, as in we can just keep scrolling and keep scrolling. Essentially, there's very little friction there stopping us from using it. And so that means we can spend far more time than we'd like to on there. So it's important that we set up those points of friction ourselves so that we don't get caught in the scroll, and we do make sure that, we are being aware of how much time we're spending on there. And one of those points of friction is setting up time limits for the social media apps. And the good thing is you can do this really, really easily on iPhone. So, for example, you could set a daily time limit of 30 minutes for social media, which means once you've hit your limit, you'll get a notification popping up that says you've reached your limit for today. And then you can give yourself another minute, another 15 minutes. You can even release it for the whole day, or you can accept you've used your time. Now, even if you opt for one of those options and continue to use it, the friction is that that's popped up, that's alerted you and made you feel like, oh my gosh, yeah, it's time to put it down. So just having that limit pop up is a point of friction. It's a reminder that you've been on there long enough today. And so that's why it's really good to set up these app limits. They are overridable, if that's a word, as you've just seen. So it's not like, if you need to use it for work purposes or anything like that, it's not like you can no longer access the app that day, because you can really easily just override that time limit. But it is just setting up that point of friction to stop you in your tracks and make you think about whether you want to do that or not. Also, you might be in the middle of watching, say, a video, and then it pops up. That's where the 1 minute extra can come in really valuable, because you've only then got another minute. You can finish that video, that reel, TikTok, whatever it is, and then you can put your phone down and get on with your day. So I'm going to show you this on iPhone purely because I have an iPhone, and so I can't take screen grabs from an Android phone. So on iPhone, you want to head to settings, and then you want to go to screen time. Now, screen time, this is an area I would definitely make sure that you familiarize yourself with anyway, because there are lots of different options on there to help you limit your phone use. But one of the things that you want to focus in on in this case is app limits. Now, you can set up all sorts of app limits. So, of course, first of all, you want to make sure you have your app limits toggled on, and then you can choose to create a new app limit. And as you can see, there are options beyond social on this as well. You've got things like games. So if you find yourself spending too long on games, you can set up an app limit for games. Entertainment, there's all sorts of different options on there that you can set up app limits for. In this case, we're going to focus in on social. Now, once you've chosen your apps to limit, you then want to adjust the time that you wish to give yourself. So mine is currently set up for 30 minutes a day. I find that's pretty much more than enough. Sometimes I need to override it if I'm using it more for work purposes, but I find 30 minutes a day is generally enough to just catch up and be aware of what's going on and respond to comments and so on. But you can change that time to whatever you want it to be. And also you can make it different days of the week as well. So it could be that you want to limit yourself only on the weekend so that you're spending less time on the weekend on social media. Or it might be during the working week. You'd rather limit your time more during the working week. So you can set up this per day as well and customize it that way so that you're being kind of really specific with which days you want to be spending time on social media and which days that you don't. And that's it. Just make sure, as I say, the app limits is toggled on and you're all set. You will start getting those time up kind of alerts once you are reaching that, you've reached that time limit, and it definitely, just that point of friction really will help you use social media less. And if you'd like more tips and ways to help you reduce your smartphone use, plus a full explanation of why we're addicted to our phones, and the negative impact it can have, then why not sign up to my course, Reduce Your Phone Use? I will pop the link below. It includes both an ebook for you to read or the video version if you prefer to watch and listen instead. And it has helped so many people now reduce their phone use, and I'd love to help you too. So please do go and check that out. And I'd also love it if you subscribe to my channel, where I also share endless tips on managing your digital well-being. I'll see you again soon. Take care.